Hey, what's going on here, people? It's Michigan Sig coming to you this Memorial Day. First off, just wanted to tell all our veterans and those in active military, thank you for your service. Thank you for what you do. It's greatly appreciated. And, obviously we know some of those that gave the ultimate sacrifice, and obviously those are what we're having this day off for the rest of us people here. But coming to you today with a little Dust 514, changing it up here a little bit. Just this gunfight right here. As you can see, I put a whole bunch of hit markers into this guy, and still he put me down. That's the one thing I want to talk about with Dust 514. We decided to change it up, get away from the Black Ops 2 for a little bit. I talked last video a little bit about the COD fatigue and some of the challenges that you're faced with as time goes on, and you just day after day, week, month after month of same thing, repetition. So played a little Dust, free first-person shooter, MMO, RPG, whatever you want to call it, and it's hard to describe this game. It truly is, just because of the fact that there's so much going on, and if you look at the skill tree when you get into it and start building through it, it can be a little overwhelming. And I really needed to do a little bit of research and talk to a few people just to kind of figure out what I'm supposed to be doing in this game, and which is fine and all, and that gets down to the nuts and bolts. But let's talk about the real gameplay here. I haven't fully committed to actually liking this game yet. Does it have some good points? Yes. But I feel like some of the negatives outweigh the positives. You can pay to get better at this game. You can pay to get the good guns. You can pay to get the good armor. You can pay to get the good drop suits and equipment and everything else. You're willing to make that investment? Hey, great. I mean, more power to you. I'm not going to be one of those people. I'm one of those people that's going to play. I'll grind out a few. And if I am feeling underpowered compared to those people that pay their money, I'm not going to play the game. It's hard because the hit detection here, and when you saw in that first clip when I ended up just getting destroyed by one of those guys, I put almost an entire full clip into the, which is I think the second assault rifle that I'm running with here. So it's not exactly high up on the tier ranking, but it only took them down because you got to get through your armor, got to get through the health then. Depending on what armor they have, depending on what health they have, I mean, it really could take a significant amount of time. So, I find this to be similar to MAG, and those that have played MAG, the massive action game for the PlayStation, done by Zipper Interactive, either loved it or hated it, and I loved MAG. I thought the idea was ingenious. Gameplay was a little choppy. You can tell that they weren't a first-person shooter company for the most part. You could tell that they really relied on their third-person shooters with SOCOM. But it was good. It was fun. It was engaging. And there was enough things within that MAG gameplay. If you're good at sniping, you'd be a sniper. If you couldn't shoot worth a shit, and believe me, we had a couple of those on our team, all they would do is run around with a heavy engineer and repair and or heal. They would just sit in the back and do all the dirty work, which was great because we really focused in on squad gameplay. And a lot of the people that I play with now today are people that I picked up from MAG, whether it was on Valor or Sever or Raven. Picked up a few on each one. But it's just, as you watch this gameplay, you'll see that maybe there's one or two people that goes 20-7 for kill to death. I'm lucky if I end up 4-4, 4 kills, 4 deaths. But the big funny thing is that I end up with like 16 to 18 assists. So what does that tell you? I'm doing all the dirty work, but I'm just not reaping the rewards. And like anything else, though, there's There's no kill streaks. There's no score streaks. You just play until you, in this one it's called skirmish, so you're trying to deplete everybody else's reserves, which is the number in the bottom left. As you can see, we got 32 left. They've got 12. Hey, look at this. Okay. Just long distance shot. Guy had an overpowered assault rifle. Same distance. You know, he's 2 and 7. The squad commander actually gets a little bonus where they can drop down an artillery strike if there's so many different points, or if your team racks up, I think, 2,500 points. You really want to run in squads on this one. You want to find a team. You want to find a group of people that you can play with. It is going to make all the difference. And if you can handle some good hit detection, but it takes forever to kill people, yeah, you're going to like this. I mean, like I said, it reminds me of MAG towards the gameplay in the sense that you're working towards an objective, and this one was just skirmish. We played some other ones, domination, and no, skirmish is a big one, and this one is assault or whatever. Ambush. Ambush is what it's called. Ambush is like the TDM. Skirmish is like the hold points in different spots and try to set bombs. But it does remind me a lot, like I said, of MAG. And you can be a medic. You can be a heavy and just fire off rockets at different places. And it's just, like, look at this. Look at this. This is a heavy right here. This is a heavy guy. And I had to, look at how many bullets I had to pump into him in order to even get him down. Thankfully, I had a quarter of my health left. 0 shield. Shield's regenerating right now, trying to reload my gun. I pumped every bullet that I had into him. And if I had nothing else, then I was going to try to knife him, and we all know that's not going to work very well in this because you got to pay to get the knife. But like I said, give it a shot. It's free. You don't have to pay anything if you don't want to. If you're interested in it, message me. I mean, one of my buddies started up the corporation, so we're going to give it a whirl for a little bit. We're going to give it a whirl and see if it's something that we can do. But this is one of the few games that we actually won, and like I said before, it is a difficult game to get used to. It is difficult in the sense of you don't level up very quickly. It's difficult in the sense that it takes a lot of bullets to kill somebody, but you know, like anything else, you'll figure it out. So like and subscribe, and we will catch you on the next one.